Good morning, everyone. I have noticed that some students have a hard time solving for sequence. But don't you worry, I am here to teach you how to solve for sequence. There are two types of sequences, arithmetic and geometric. Arithmetic sequence. It is a sequence of numbers such that the difference from any succeeding term to the predecessing term remains constant throughout the sequence. Geometric sequence is a mathematical sequence of non-zero numbers where each term after the first one is found by multiplying the previous one by a fixed number, called the common ratio.
What is a n-term rule? An n-term rule is a formula that describes any term in a sequence, allowing you to find any specific term without listing all the preceding ones.
This is the nth term for arithmetic. A sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity of n minus 1 times the common difference. While geometric, a sub n equals the quantity of a sub 1 times the common ratio raised to the power of n minus 1. This is an example of the arithmetic sequence. 4, 13 over 3, 14 over 3, 5, and 16 over 3. To get the next terms, we add 1 over 3 to each term. 1 over 3. Now we have the common difference, which is 1 over 3. We get the nth term. So a sub n equals a sub 1 plus the times the quantity of n minus 1 times the common difference. So a sub n equals 4 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3. So we add this to get 11 over 3, and then we just move the 1 over 3 to here and then add an n to find the next term that you want to find. So, and this is the nth term. So now if we want to find the 8th term of this term in this sequence, we do 11 over 3 plus 1 over 3 times 8. So here we do 1 over 3 times 8 equals 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 times 8 over 3, which is 8 over 3. So now we add them together, which is 11 over 3 plus 8 over 3 is 19 over 3. So the 8th term of this sequence is 19 over 3.
Geometric sequence. Here's an example of geometric sequence. 1, 5, 25, 125, and 625. To get the next term, we multiply 5 to each term. To get the nth term, we need to use this formula. An equals times the quantity of a sub 1 times the quantity of common ratio raised to the power of n minus 1. An equals times the quantity of 5 times the quantity of 5 raised to the power of n minus 1. A8 equals times the quantity of 5 times the quantity of 5 raised to the power of 8 minus 1. A8 equals times the quantity of 5 times the quantity of 5 raised to the power of 7. A8 equals times the quantity of 5 times 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 5. A8 equals times the quantity of 5 times 78,128. A8 equals 390 and 625,000.
That's all. Thank you for watching.
Geometric sequence. Here's an example of geometric sequence. 1, 5, 25, 125 sequence. Here's the example of geometric sequence. Here's the example of geometric sequence. 1, 5, 25, 125, and 635. The formula of geometric sequence is an equals a sub 1 times r times the raised to the power of n minus 1. How would you able to know the next term? By multiplying 5 by multiplying the terms by 5. How are you able to know the next terms? By multiplying the terms by 5. So my n term rule is an equals times the quantity of 5 times the quantity of 5 raised to the power of n minus 1. So here's my solution.
I have noticed. Good morning, everyone. I have noticed that some of. Good morning, everyone. I have noticed that some of. There are two types of sequences: arithmetic and geometric. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I have noticed that some students have a hard time